Now, I said I was going to be doing more optics reviews, and well, I'm finally getting around to it. I've had a couple of busy weekends with competitions and such. And had I had the Viridian RFX45 on my pistol at the last USPA match I went to, well, I wouldn't have placed any better than I actually did. That said, I wouldn't have placed any worse either. The RFX45 is an enclosed green dot that utilizes the Arco Mounting solution. Enclosed dots are quickly becoming my preference for just about everything due to their relative imperviousness to rain, mud, dirt, and of course lint. In the box, you're going to get everything you expect, including screws for mounting, an adjustment tool, and a plate that you can specify for either Glock MOS, a doctor mount, or, like mine, the RMR. Oh, and also a sticker and the world's smallest cleaning cloth. The battery is a CR2032 that's top-loaded and included with the optic when you pick it up. The included tool will of course open the battery compartment, do all the adjusting and the mounting that you need it to, but in a pinch you can use a flat-headed screwdriver to do just about all of that anyway. This is a concept that many other manufacturers just haven't grasped. With this, I can make all the adjustments and mounting I need to with my Real Avid Gun Tool Pro. I don't have to defend a special adjustment tool like it's the one true ring. Shooters have enough junk that they need to carry around, and some specialized tool isn't just another thing that we need. Viridian's gone to a lot of trouble to make sure that this is practical, and I really appreciate that. The RFX45 has 10 brightness settings, 8 for day and 2 for night vision. Given that green is kind of Viridian's whole thing, the 5 MOA dot is plenty bright even under the desert sun. The clicks for adjustments are both audible and tactile, though it does take a minute for the software to catch up and take the hint, so you see a delay in the brightness change. Front is to brighten it, rear is to dim it. There's raised arrows on there, and you can kind of feel them when you're in the dark. The shake awake feature works very well. I haven't been able to trick it by very gently picking up the pistol. Now, holding on the down button for 3 seconds will turn it off and disable the shake awake feature until you turn it on manually. The housing is made of 6061 aluminum and is fairly robust. Overall, it's coming in at 1.73 ounces, 1.1 inches tall and wide, and from stem to stern, it's just a hair shy of 2 inches. The RFX45's window is notable because of its slightly squished appearance. The window is 24mm by 15.5mm or 0.94 inches by 0.61 inches in old money. If you've ever had to turn your TV channel to 3 to play video games, you'll be right at home with the window ratio. All in all, it's a pretty generous window in there. The front lens has a greenish blue tint that, from an aesthetic point of view, I kind of like. Though looking through it, you see a slight purple hue that was never distracting at all to me. The principal drawback is the acro cut. Not many companies do a native acro cut on their pistols, which means you're probably going to have to resort to a plate. Now, if you do this correctly, it's not going to prove to be a problem at all, but if you let your buddy Bubba or your team armorer do it, no, there's 2 interfaces that they could have screwed up on. I never had any problems with loosening on mine, but it really only took me getting hit in the face with a red dot off a pistol once to learn my lesson. The literature states that the battery life is 50,000 hours, and that, as always, is optimistic. Yeah, in a lab that's climate controlled and on its lowest brightness setting, I'm sure it might make that, but out here in the real world, just change your batteries twice a year and you'll never suffer an issue. I put 300 rounds through the RFX45 and it suffered no wandering zeros or anything like that, though I will grant you that's not exactly a grueling course of fire. Viridian seems to have gotten a lot right with the RFX45. They haven't reached for the heavens with a bunch of light sensors or obnoxious programming options. Yeah, the window is on a little bit of the smaller size at 0.567 square inches, but they've managed to keep the package small and robust with that aluminum housing. I wouldn't hesitate to keep this on my EDC gun, though for competition I would probably reach for something with a more generous window, though there's nothing that would make me advise against using this. Have any of you used any Viridian optics? Tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure to leave a like and then subscribe because I've got a lot more coming your way.